It's not too hard to put ourselves in the shoes of large factory owners and see how they could prefer to buy an expensive machine that can work 24/7 without ever asking for a rise. More and more automated systems as well as machines along with software are taking over any possible repetitive task that can be somewhat ordered in the process that a computer can understand. We shouldn't think of an AI uniquely in regards to large assembling robots, however. Artificial intelligence have already entered many professions along with the purpose of reducing the burden of repetitive as well as boring tasks that a human being are not generally too good along with that and the computers can definitely excel in. We are in the midst of working revolution that even the bright experts struggle to decipher how it could evolve in the next few decades. Many jobs will be replaced by machines and robots in the near future, probably starting from the transportation industry along with self-driving taxis, buses and trucks. However, it's very important to know that not all jobs will be replaced by AI. Even in the country of Sweden, which is known for its innovative technology, will always require a human touch upon certain occasions. Executive search firms in Sweden, for example, rely significantly on personal connections, knowledge of the job market, as well as an ability to analyze a candidate's fit within the company culture. Along with that, all of it which cannot be replaced by AI at a full state. And that's not all. These are some of the jobs that are near impossible that AI will be able to replace them in the coming years. Number 1. Tutors and Teachers. Learning is such an important aspect of our lives that on average is spent between 15 to 20 years on our first years of just doing that. It's tremendous social commitment and it shapes so many different aspects of who we are. It's key stage in our lives. Teachers have crucial responsibility in transmitting to us certain values as well as essential concepts between the lines of the subject they specifically teach. Teachers often represent a reference point for many of us. Often, our academic decisions are partly based on the basis of how inspiring a particular teacher has been with us in the years prior. For all these reasons, it is almost impossible that we cannot have a full digital learning experience in the time of future. Number 2. Lawyers and Judges. These positions have strongest component of negotiation, strategy as well as case analysis. A lot is based on the personal experience as well as the knowledge of each specialist. It requires a certain set of skills to be able to navigate complex legal systems as well as argue in defense of a client in a court. There is a human factor involved when it comes to consider all the various aspects of trial as well as take a final decision that could turn into years in prison in case of a judge. Number 3. Directors, managers and CEOs. Managing team inside an organization is a matter of leadership and this is not a check of behavior that can be written down in a code and processed in a linear way. A CEO is also a person responsible for sharing the company's mission as well as value down to the team. It is very unlikely that investors will ever feel comfortable investing in a company that has been managed by robots or algorithms. Number 4. Government officials. One of the biggest differences in the qualities human have versus machine or AI is that we are actually pretty good at coming up with the creative solutions for unforeseen circumstances as well as the politicians need to master this particular skill. With the better or worse results, we have seen this very recently due to a current pandemic situation as well as how the decisions certain leaders to have had a profound impact on the outcome of spread of the virus. Would you really vote for a robot to represent a large majority of human beings on human needs? Probably not. So government officials or politicians, for the better or for worse case, are not likely to go anywhere. Number 5. HR managers. Human resource managers cover a variety of new important tasks inside an organization. Hiring new professionals is not just a part of prerogatives. They are also a key position inside an organization for maintaining a staff motivated directly early on signs of discontent as well as manage them if possible. AI has been strongly introduced inside HR process lately through more and more assistance from software in the filtering of larger number of applications to job vacancies. However, not always a candidate that looks ideal on paper turns out to be a best option in person. The amount of soft skills that human beings need to be able to determine these factors is incredibly hard to program onto a machine. Headhunters, recruiters as well as HR responsibles can sleep safely. AI won't make their place. Number 6. Singers. Fans adore the connection they have with their favorite singers, the emotions as well as intonation their favorite artist put in the interruption of the song. AI has no emotion, so it is very likely that it would turn out to be a horribly monotonous performance. You can also find AI produced music as well as lyrics actually, but the performance of our beloved singers will not be possible to be replaced by the machine. Emotions are human, end of the day. Number 7. Psychologists and Psychologists. Although a lot of face recognition technology is currently being used to develop initial AI counseling care and support, Given the growing demand, mental health is a very delicate topic. Human touch is essential when it comes down to supporting people to succeed in their lives in all of their aspects that is it can entail. In order to assess the people in process, you need to have a human experience. So no matter how sophisticated the system might come, let's say 50 years from now, these jobs are extremely unlikely to be substituted by a complex as well as cyber-friendly algorithms with prosthetic faces. Number 8. Priest and other spiritual figures. You may not be religious nor a firm believer in anything really, but spirituality is considered to be a basic aspect of human experience, and it has been for so many centuries. Priests, clergymen, as well as other spiritual figures in general played important roles in our societies, giving support as well as often education to millions of generations before when schooling systems have been developed or when network of emotional support have been less easy to access. Spirituality is such a human as well as intimate relationship that it almost oxymoron to consider possible at the future. Robots or AI could enter this aspect of our life. Faith, empathy, compassion as well as emotions are not something that we ever lay on the hands of non-human spiritual figures. Number 9. Surgeons. For sure, technology has seriously increased the accuracy with whom we are today able to diagnose and detect diseases in any medical report. Micro-robotics also enhance the precision of surgeons when it comes down to operation, enabling less invasive procedures. But being a surgeon requires the ability to connect with the patient on so many other different levels while taking a vast number of factors under consideration at the same time. Experience, knowledge as well as skills acquired throughout the years are all the factors that need to be condensed in the matter of minutes during an operation. Number 10. Professional athletes. Modern gladiator games are the current sports competition of a different sort. The beauty of watching it in have these amazing performers improve upon their own results over and over again, pushing their line further of what a human being is capable of physically achieving is what makes the whole thing. Having robots compete with each other and watch them have a basketball game would defeat this purpose and the very entertaining essence of watching sports. Number 11. Computer System Analyst. No matter how automated we become, there will be always a need of human presence that can run maintenance work, update, improve, correct, as well as set up complex software and hardware systems that often require a coordination among more than one specialist in order to properly work. Reviewing the system capabilities, controlling the workflow, as well as schedule improvements and increased automation is only a part of a computer system analyst, a profession that is great demand in the last years. Number 12. Artisan Writers. Writing is such an imaginative fine art, and being able to place a specific selection of words in right order is definitely a challenging endeavor. So even if AI technically would have the capacity of absorbing the content of most books in the world in probably any language and come up with somewhat personal style of communication, the magic and thrill of creating art with words is something that is pretty much going to waste in our domain of competition in the years to come. Artificial intelligence and technology should not be seen as enemies or competition. However, similar to how your washing machine and dishwasher are there mainly for you to save time, AI is likely to allow us to focus on the parts of our jobs in which we can add the most value, be most creative, and mainly to free our time. Now, comments below. Which one of these jobs you are in currently? Is your jobs replaceable by AI? Do you have any job ideas apart from this that cannot be replaced by AI in the near future? Comment below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.